Hello, cats and kittens. Oliver Jose Yoroshiku. Welcome back to the Crisis Corner. And I'm back with my man Dave. Say hey, Dave.
Hey.
There you go. We're back with more One Piece content. We One Piece fans love Oda, love the work that he's doing. So we basically, in this particular segment, we're going to be looking at dream fights. And I qualify that as saying the fight that either of us would most like to see of any of the One Piece characters, past or present. There may be some qualifiers in there thrown in. We'll get to those as we get to the actual fights. But it's characters that we've seen, past or present, the fights that we would most like to see, and we're doing the top 10 fights. Top 10, I would say top 10 are 10 fights that we'd like to see because mine aren't in any particular order.
Mine aren't.
Yeah. So we're going to see our dream fights. Let me see. Get this off the screen. There you go. I'll let you start again. You're the guest. So I'll let you go first. Then.
All right.
What's your first dream fight?
No particular order, and just also as a bit more of a qualifier, we agreed that these could be fights that have happened in the series as well, just that we'd like to actually see them.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to start off with my first dream fight is going to be Aokiji versus Akainu. I would have loved to see that too.
Oh, yeah.
In some shape or form. I mean, I could get highlights from days 1, 3, 7, and, whatever. But I would love to see how that unfolded. I would really love it.
It kind of reminds me of some of those the best fights like in Naruto.
Yeah.
Those fights that like change landscapes. You know what I'm saying? where like mountains got jacked up and like river beds was dried up or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The landscape is different than it was before the fight, and they permanently changed the weather patterns of an island based on their fight.
That's
devastating.
That's insane to me. I would love to catch a glimpse. Love to.
Got you.
Yeah.
Let me pick one. A fight that I would really like to see, even though I haven't seen one of them. I don't think we haven't seen either of these guys go all out before.
Okay.
But I would like to see as a power matchup, Kaido and Garp. Kaido and Garp. Now, mind you, Kaido, yeah, he's a Yonko.
Yeah.
But if you get Garp in his prime, when he was chasing Rogers around,
okay,
and all he got to do is really worry about getting into a fist fight with somebody. Personally, I got him jacking Kaido up. I'm just saying it might not be easy, but I got him jacking Kaido up. But it would be a remarkable fist fight.
I mean, if you go off of, and this pure speculation because they don't say definitively in that bit in the Reverie arc where he's talking about the Rocks, the old pirate crew that ruled the oceans before Roger.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded, the way he was speaking, it sounded to me that Kaido and possibly Big Mom originated from that crew.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this might have been a battle that may have taken place before. I don't know. So I can see that. That's a nasty battle.
Okay.
I would love to see
it. All
right. So next up for me, my number 2, I'm going to pick. I would like to see, and this is in game maxed out. But Sanji versus Marco, I wouldn't mind taking a look at that one. This is Sanji at the end of the road. I wouldn't mind seeing how that unfolded. So
where most people would say, that's not a fight or whatever, Sanji's like third best fight on the Straw Hats, whereas Marco is
Probably number 2. Yeah. But
you talking about maxed out Sanji?
Maxed out Sanji.
I mean, Sanji to me, he kind of like Kakashi and he always getting jacked up by his creator.
Because it's hard to refute that at this point in time because I don't necessarily like how he's been handled in serious situations post time skip. I know a lot of people talk about that Zolo versus Sanji debate, which is, to my mind, is nonsense because they serve different purposes on the crew.
Right.
So, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a Zolo fan, and Zolo's probably my favorite character. Sanji's easily my top 3. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So I love Sanji without a doubt, and I'm very disappointed in how he's been handled up to this point. I think they serve different purposes on the crew.
Right.
Whereas I think Zolo is a fighter, and Sanji's the cook.
Right.
Fight. I just think they have different. So I don't think that's not a real argument. Should Zolo be? No, Sanji's not gonna be as strong as him. That's not a thing. But Sanji's supposed to be a badass. Sanji's supposed to be, hardcore. And I need him to step his game up. Like, you can't be in the New World and he not be harder than he's demonstrated he is. And I just feel like Oda's doing him a disservice.
I would agree with you.
So, I don't know. But, yeah. Sanji versus Marco, I would love to see it.
I'll give you a Sanji fight that I would like to see.
All right.
End-game Sanji. I'm talking about when they get the raft or whatever. Whatever his complete growth is, I would like to see him go at it with Kizaru.
Okay.
I would like to see him because I think he's going to be Admiral level. If not,
so.
Pretty close. I mean, he's going to top out as being a monster. I mean, he's going to be. I mean, he's just using his legs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he going to be he going to be one of them cats that's like. I mean, like Zolo cut his ship in half with his sword. He probably could break that joker with his legs. You know what I'm saying?
I would love that to happen. I'm with you, and I and I don't know if that's what the end game is going to be proper, but I do feel like what was it, the first opening or the second opening after the time skip?
Yeah,
kind of teased Sanji.
Yeah. Because if the monster trio went after 3 admirals, you would probably put him up against Kizaru unless he gets supplanted by that time, which I doubt. But, I mean, for all we know, Kobe could be an admiral by the time we get to that.
Which is fine.
I should have put Kobe. I should have had a Kobe fight in here.
Yeah, that would.
Kobe Luffy and so like. I don't care how long he practiced and trained. Luffy will beat Kobe down to his socks.
I mean,
I don't care what. Yeah, he can train for 1,000 years. It ain't gonna make a difference.
I mean, well, right now, I definitely agree with you. I mean,
Kobe,
so I'm with you.
All right.
Next up for me, a dream fight that I would love to see would be, I guess along that same vein, in game would be Roronoa Zolo versus Fujitora. I wouldn't mind seeing.
Let me see. I don't have that on my. Okay, good. That's cool.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
We got a little sample of that,
Yeah, a little sample. But I would love to see Zolo in game by Fujitora. I think that would be amazing.
I can see it. That'd be a real good fight. Let me pick something close to that. I have actually. Here's an interesting fight. Rogers and Rayleigh.
Okay.
If them two wrecked, if they, I don't know what he had to do to get him mad enough to go after him.
Okay.
But if Rogers and Rayleigh got at it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like that Luffy Zolo type deal, the captain and the first mate.
That would be cool. That would actually be cool. I didn't even conceive in that regard. Oh, okay. I would love to see that.
We never seen, at this point, we haven't seen Rogers do anything because he's dead. All right.
Yeah, I mean.
We ain't seen even in flashbacks, which I hope. I think before the end of the series, we will have seen him do something.
I hope so.
What his ability was. Was it his devil fruit? Was it his hockey? We're going to see what made him the Pirate King at some point.
I hope so.
But and I'm thinking it's probably devastating, whatever it was. But I like it if him and Rayleigh. Matter of fact, I don't think Rayleigh or Rogers had a devil's fruit. And I heard a lot of speculation that maybe Rogers had the Gomu Gomu no.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that would be interesting, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Along that same vein, then, what's this? The third full fight?
I think. Let me see. I crossed off 1, 2, 3. This got to be fourth.
All right, so my fourth fight. Then I'm gonna use Roger. I'm gonna go with. I would love to see Roger versus Shirohige. I would love to see that.
Oh.
I mean, if you saying that these Bamas were Titans and they were on par with each other, I would love to see two Yonkos, those Yonkos who were supposed to be the strongest of the strong, go at it. I would love to see Roger versus Shirohige.
And that'd be a fight right there. And they ended up, respecting each other. I always love that scene when they sitting down drinking sake, before my man's death, just chopping it up,
Yo, I mean, that drink just seemed hot to me.
Yeah, he's like, you want me to tell you what's something after? He's like, nah.
I don't.
I'm good.
Which to me spoke to Whitebeard as a character. So I mean, I like Whitebeard an awful lot.
Yeah.
He didn't care anything about being the king of the pirates. Like, that wasn't his get off. Like, he's just insane.
So I just want my crew. That's it. You know what
that's
I'm saying?
Real. I mean, I don't know, man.
I didn't have no Whitebeard fights in here. That's messed up.
Well, I got one, so that takes care of it for the both of us.
Okay. All right, let me give you another one. Big Mom and Shanks.
Big Mom and Shanks.
Thanks. I would like to see what happened if they got down.
Big Mom and Shanks.
Mom and Shanks. The Yonko always intrigued me, but that particular fight, because I don't know what it would take to. We haven't seen anywhere near what it would take to bring her down. So, I mean, that whole Mother Carmel thing where she loses it, and I mean, she becomes vulnerable. Man, Oda pulled that out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love all of that. I mean, Oda, my man, and all that, but he pulled that out there.
I mean, he did, but I love it.
Nonsense.
I really so nonsensical. I really loved it. Like
they had to make something up to get a hit in on her.
It speaks to what kind of monster you dealing with when you get into that Yonko territory. That's insane to me.
And that always puzzled me, because is that saying that she willingly has her armament up, and her losing it means that she lowers it unconsciously? Or is it that it produces a reaction in her that is so whatever that she just is vulnerable at some point?
I believe, or I took it to be, it's psychosomatic. So I took it to be her mental defenses have crippled her physical defenses, because she just seems regularly, she's not even running around using hockey, and she's just that resilient.
Right.
She's not much of a monster. Like, she is insane. Like, I don't know. And I'm curious to see how Kaido looks. Like, she's a monster. Like,
yeah.
She's a monster. Like, it's just, like, I mean, like, if you're watching the anime now.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, these Babas are fleeing for their lives.
Yeah.
Like, it's real. Like, they are just, we got to get away from her.
I mean, Luffy trying to get in. He went Gear 4.
It meant nothing.
And then moved the needle. It was over. I think she absorbed that journey. He was. That's the one chance he got to hit her, and that was it.
Yeah, man. It was. I would love to see a Shanks Big Mom fight would be incredible.
Yeah.
That's a good one. All right. So for my next one, I'm gonna throw out. I'm gonna do Luffy. I'm gonna do Luffy versus Lucci. I want to see a time.
Rematch.
Yeah, I would love to see a time skip. Luffy versus Lucci. I would love to see them Bambas come and mix it up one more game. I would just,
Okay.
I guess that would be Luffy versus Lucci 3. I would love the rubber match. I would love to see that. Yeah.
Because clearly, I guess the implication is that Lucci's leveled up to some degree.
Something. He's in charge of CP0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, did he get that on the merit of having gotten stronger, or just?
I would assume as much. I mean,
that's my assumption too. Yeah,
sitting on his laurels for the last 2 years, so I would love to see that.
And he remembered that beating that Luffy gave him that last volley of Gatlings that he took.
Exactly.
We ain't gonna forget that.
Exactly, man. I would love it. Yeah.
All right, let me throw another one up in here. Dragon Rogers.
Wow.
Like, this two cats that I don't know. Like again, I don't know what they can do.
Either could do that. Would be insane, dude.
It'd be like this, like two of the
biggest.
Yeah.
Question mark versus question mark. Yeah.
Okay. I got no idea how that would go, and they had two of the most impactful crews. If you want to call the Revolutionaries a crew, in the history of the series.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So, yeah, I like to see what we're having if they mix it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I guess we're at 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
All right. So, I'm going to toss out, I mean.
I got 5 left, yeah.
They say it's a sparring session. I feel like I just want to catch a glimpse, if I could be a fly on the wall, of Shanks versus Mihawk. I would love to see how that looked, how they went toe-to-toe. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Just to get just to put a gauge in some way to what Mihawk is capable of. I would love to see it. Like, I've always suspected he was the strongest of the Shichibukai.
Uh-huh.
You know, I would like to see him flex a little bit. And I don't think we see.
I mean, you're talking about when Whitebeard and Shanks clash swords, you know, like it split the sky.
Yeah, man.
You know and you know, Whitebeard ain't even technically a fencer. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know, I don't even know what kind of hockey, what you call it. I mean, because with Shanks and Whitebeard, it could have been cage hockey going at it, but I don't even know what Mihawk got. We don't know what kind of hockey. But we know his observation, either just by his eyesight or his observation hockey or whatever, is off the chain.
I'm sure his armament's going to be.
Armament, yeah, his armament is. But in terms of, I don't even know if he needs. King's hockey is overrated like a champ or whatever. Conference hockey.
I'm trying to tell you, I would love to, you know, if we.
I would much rather have armament, you know.
I would love to do a theory on my Kings. I got a Kings, a Conqueror's hockey theory anyway. But yeah. But no, that's a good fight. That's a good one. I would like to see. Really, he come back into it again. Fujitora, really. Okay.
That's quite interesting. That interests me.
That sounds pretty interesting to me.
Because I got Rayleigh winning that fight, but we didn't have Fujitora on my I had currently Fujitora. I still got Rayleigh as an old man over Fujitora on my top 20 list. Really,
I can't wait till people see that video, man. I'm with you. Yeah, these top 20 power is gonna be interesting. Okay.
I got Rayleigh 10 and Fujitora 13, but there ain't that much of a difference between them, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And that's as an old man. So if he was in his prime, maybe it might not work out for Fujitora, but yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
How old is Fujitora anyway? Is he in his 40s?
I don't know that they said. I'm assuming he might be in his 50s, but I don't know that they dropped that information yet. We have to look it up.
Okay. Well, I mean, old men do good in One Piece. So.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. All right. Well, I'm going to do my next one is going to be my off the wall. And I don't know where it came from, you know, just the idea of it just seems whatever. But I'd like to see Inoue versus Jack the Drought.
Jack the Drought and Inoue.
Jack the Drought and Inoue. I don't know why. I don't know why they came to me, but yeah, I would love to see it. And oddly enough, and I know it might be controversial, I got Inoue taking that one. But still, I would love to see these bad boys wreck.
That's interesting. I had an Inoue fight too.
Oh, do you?
I had Inoue and what's my man? What's his name? We was just going over him. Inoue and Katakuri.
Okay.
Observation, man. What's going on?
Okay. Well, I got Inoue versus Jack.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's a powerful dude, man. He's a powerful.
I agree with that. I think placement in the story is a factor. I think he's a monster. So I
can't wait till he comes back.
Just right.
Well, he's coming back at some point.
I hope so.
Let me see. It's my turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save that one for last. I'm gonna say the fight that we never got to see. Akainu and Garp.
Okay.
He was like, you better hold me down, dude, because if I get my hands on that dude, I'm gonna kill him.
Yo.
Oh man, I'd love to see that fight.
Real talk, that was one of my favorite bits in all of in the Marineford arc. Bit where Garp was in such a funky position.
Yeah.
That whole time. And I know a lot of people don't like how, he didn't rise up and for his family or whatever. I mean, he was in a tough spot, and I had so much respect for how Oda did him. And that bit where he told Sengoku, hold me down, otherwise I'm going to kill Sakazuki. I believed him. I believed he was capable of killing Sakazuki.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what he wanted to do. Like, had Sengoku killed Ace, I feel like he would have respected it more. But he felt like it was on the side of murder.
Right.
And he needed to die. I love that bit. And I would love to see that fight.
And I'd love to see him go all out.
Yeah.
All out on that dude, man. I got Garp winning that fight.
I got Garp winning that at that time.
Yeah.
I would have had Garp win that fight. I would say if they were to fight today, I might lean towards Sakazuki, but
because I got Sakazuki at 6.
Are you revealing your list now, Jose? Is that what we're doing?
It's after the fact, though, right?
No.
No matter. Anyway,
no.
We'll see.
Okay.
But that's a good fight.
All right.
What you got left?
All right. So, how many more we got left? Let me see. My next one, I'm going to do. I wouldn't mind seeing. And I know it's crazy and it's hard to see right now, but I wouldn't mind seeing Ace versus Sabo. And I know they both can't have the the Mira no Mi, but I wouldn't mind seeing the members, tussle a little bit.
For some reason, I had Sabo in that fight.
I mean, I just
first he probably got. I got Sabo winning that fight for some reason.
I think it just depends on if Ace, if you have it, if this dream fight happens and Ace made it out of Marineford alive. I don't know. 2 years worth of growth with hockey, with I don't know.
Training from Whitebeard or training?
Yeah, I don't know.
My man, what you call him?
I don't know. So it's either 2 years after Marineford, or if it's the Marineford time. And that's 2 years ago for Sabo. Like, I don't know. So somehow or another, you got to get them closer in time. And, I mean, I just don't know how that one works out. I might be leaning closer to Ace, but
okay.
I wouldn't mind seeing it.
My second to last fight is the one it's got to happen at some point. Endgame Zolo against Mihawk.
Okay.
That's going to be the sword fight of the year.
Okay.
Yeah. But then he probably would have had, like, he'd have picked up another cursed sword of
Yeah,
magnitude, and Centurion, man. You know what I'm saying? That sword style against that big black blade.
Yeah. I don't want to get into theories because I think in some ways the water's been muddied because Mihawk was that man's trainer, he's his master. So for me, my in-game fight that I'm looking for is actually Zolo versus Shiryu. So that's my in-game Zolo fight that I'm looking forward to. So that's a dream fight for me.
I can't argue that. My final fight.
Okay.
Another one that has to happen. Luffy Blackbeard.
Okay.
Luffy Blackbeard. I don't know how he's gonna do it. He got them 2 devil fruits. It might. I don't know how he's gonna beat him. Plus he got shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't gonna be a fair fight anyway. Because to me, Blackbeard is all about shenanigans, man.
I'm with you.
Jumps or whatever.
I like that he's about shenanigans because
he could have stabbed him in the back and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Poison him or something like that. You know what I mean?
All right. My final joint is one that I feel like has to happen too. It's Luffy versus Sakazuki.
Definitely.
I think
kill his brother. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He got the. Somebody got. Somebody got to go to Akainu's chin. Somebody got to. He's owed this. And not to say whatever because I don't hate Sakazuki as a character. Put that out there. I don't have hate for him, but he's owed a butt whipping. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's my only question is. Yeah, he's gonna have taken him out. That's probably his second to the last fight for Luffy, I guess.
Something. I hope
he's gonna have to get him before he gets Blackbeard.
Yeah, there has to be a reckoning.
Yeah. Now, the only question is he gonna kill him or is he gonna I don't know if Luffy's down for murder or what. I don't know, but at some point, yeah, I think after he kills Shanks, after Blackbeard kills Shanks. That might put him over the edge. But yeah, Luffy ain't a murderer, so he probably he'll probably beat him down and then he'll fall off a cliff or something like that.
Maybe. I gotta, my suspicion is once he's eliminated, that's another theory. I don't want to. Yeah. If you don't mind me dropping one.
Okay.
All right. So my one of the theories I got going on right now is Kuzan never left the Marines. I still in my mind he's a sleeper agent, infiltrating the Yonko, working
I forgot about
the underworld. And I believe once Sakazuki is dispatched, via Luffy or whomever, Kuzan will take his rightful spot as fleet admiral. But that's a theory I got.
I can see that.
So, but that was it for me in terms of dream fights.
Okay, so that's another list crossed off. Dream fights.
Yes, sir.
Next, we're probably gonna have to get into I wouldn't even I wouldn't mind getting before we get into Wano, backtrack right quick on Whole Cake. Because I got a whole lot of stuff I gotta get off my chest on Whole Cake.
I got some stuff I gotta get off my chest too on Whole Cake.
Whole Cake was a mixed bag for me because there were moments that were tight.
I agree with you.
But there was more moments that I probably can't really deal with. You know what I'm saying? Oda's Oda, in the end he wins, you know what I mean?
He does. But there's some things in it that I think detracted from the arc as a whole. Like, I think there were some solid bits,
but
I think the cons are plenty in that one.
Yeah. And, so I don't want to get into too much, but thanks for chipping in. Anytime. Yeah, we
can make this a normal occurrence.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got a room in the crisis corner.
All
right, bro. All right. So that's it from the crisis corner. We get back at you with some more content as soon as possible. Until then, stay loose.